We're playing with both hands, right? But we know that the right side of the brain physically controls the left side of the body. The left side of the brain physically controls the right side of the body. But we also know that the left side of the brain is the analytic problem-solving side. The right side is the more intuitive, creative side. So as a creative being, when we're creating on the piano, we actually want our left hand to lead, because that's our more creative voice, truly. Now, as pianists, we don't think that way because normally we solo all the time with the right hand, so our right hand is much more technically proficient. But a lot of times it sounds very patternistic because the left side of our brain loves like patterns. So, you know, like that's very easy for our right hand to do because it's connected to the ordered side of like our brain. But the right side, or creative side, is actually controlling like the left side. Also because most of us feel more proficient in the right side. If I have to do like something that's equally demanding in each hand, I want the left side to be the stronger voice, because the right hand will always be able to play faster and louder than my left hand. So until my left hand feels comfortable at something, I don't want my right hand to push the left hand. I want the left hand to like lead the right hand. So one of the ways that I'll practice, after I might have the left hand down, I'll add each hand and I'll play the left hand twice as loud as the right hand. Because I also believe that whichever hand or whichever voice, so here's two voices, right? Whichever voice is louder is the one consciously we're paying attention to, which means it's the leader. So I know if my left hand is louder, I know it's leading. So I'll play super light with my right hand and very slow. Now that was even probably way like faster than I would maybe start. It's the tempo probably is about here. Sorry. That's probably about the speed that it's actually at, performance-wise. But I'll start about a quarter speed. And then there's another general rule I feel like in like piano playing in terms of like playing faster, is that when you play slower and louder. Even with two hands, I get pretty loud. And for every tempo that you get faster, you get softer, so that you're playing lighter. And that inverse ratio to dynamics to tempo allows you to play super fast. Because one of the things, you know, this is very technical, but on the piano, right, the only thing that affects how loud or quiet a note is, the only thing is the velocity at which the key goes down, which is the velocity at which the hammer strikes the strings. And we don't think about this all the time, but that's it. So when you practice slowly, but playing loudly, you're having a really fast finger stroke like you would need when you're playing fast. But because you're playing slow, you're giving your tendons and muscles a chance to relax between every note because you're playing slower, so that you're preparing yourself for a faster tempo. So then as it gets faster, you just start playing lighter and lighter and releasing more of the tension. The velocity will stay fast because of the tempo, but you're used to it because you were already playing loud. So it's a little trick to just learn a fast passage. I'm sure you get this all the time, which is what happens. You listen to albums that you've done. It's a great listening experience, but it can also be one of those ones where your heart broken because you hear all this shit that you've never heard before. It's like, man, I wish I had this when I went and mixed this album. How did I never hear this? It's so crazy. So this latest album that I did of my project Imaginarium, I listened to it on I listened on both you know, the LCDX closed backed and the MM500s. And I heard it on both, and I could not believe, never, not in the studio, not on any pair of studio monitors, not on the headphones I had. There was one time where a violin enters, and right before you can tell where the track was opened up, and you like on like the Odysseys, it's so clear that there's this high end hiss that did not appear on anything else that we listened on. It's crazy, and it's so obvious. I'm like, how did I not hear this? I mean, going forward, I'm so excited to have the MM500s too, because as you see, I don't have a treated area like down there, so I can't trust those monitors anyway to mix anything on, even like remotely. But with those headphones, it's like I feel like I'm gonna, that'll be what I mix everything on from like now on. It's just, they sound so good.